everyone, welcome to my channel. Well, I noticed recently that Marbles has come out with what they call the exhibition grade, and they've been doing that on a few of their knives. And what I like about it is the checkered bone. Now, if you don't know anything about checkering, it's been used in on wood and stuff like this. Here's the Rifleman series. You see that checkering? It's very well done. And the emblem was pretty cool on it also. But Marbles has come out with this, which comes in a little cellophane thing. I just pulled it out of the cellophane and just glanced over it. But yeah, it comes in this nice little cigar box. I like the cigar box size because unlike... There's another Barlow that this guy will do later. Unlike these little boxes right here, that's fine if you only got like one or two knives and you want to like display it, you know, just setting it up like that or something. But otherwise, these things take up a lot of space. Now, before you toss them and everything, there's a magnet in here. Little round magnet you might want to keep. One piece is metal and the other piece is magnet. So I don't think both of these sides are magnetic, but there's a little raised piece here. I believe this is your magnet. But yeah, let's get back to the cigar box. Now, if you take the foam out of it, which just lifts right out, you can store quite a few knives vertically like this or horizontally, depending on the size of the knife you got in there. And you can't see it from the outside. Look at Dewey grabbed. It's not a yellow knife, Dewey. It's not a yellow knife. But yeah, this is all it says. It doesn't have a whole lot on it. This is their motto: for every hour in the open. So yeah, they've got this. They've got a swing guard cheetah, which is like this kind of size. Probably made in the same factory. This is a Rough Rider. This is a Marbles. Let's look at it a little bit closer. Yeah, fine checkering. Now, checkering is done, it depends on the lines per inch. That's how they measure checkering and everything. This one seems to be a little bit wider than that one. This one's really fine checkering, and this one's a little bit wider. Let's look at this guy's checkering. It's harder to see on this white one. It doesn't want to focus on it. About the same as this. Maybe. The line spacing is smaller on this one. Anyways, it gives it a nice feel. And it has a smooth bone area also on it. But there are no proud pins. You got a nice big flat bolster here with no advertising on it. Right here you got a little bullet shield that just says Marbles on it. It's got a little trademark on it. Let's zoom in. Let's 2x this. But yeah, very nicely done. Now you got a match strike pull on this side, and then you've got a nail nick match strike pull on the pin blade side. That's different than that Backwoods Bushcrafter Barlow, but I'll review that one later. Just a little slight gapping here on the springs, but nothing major and no gapping up here. There's a little bit of funkiness sometimes. I mean, like I said, if you magnify things and you start looking really close, you can see little gaps and everything. But remember, these knives are not, $200 knives and $600 knives and stuff. This one I think is like $16. I'll put the price up there. It's somewhere around there. You got a half stop, little billboarding there. Marbles quality knives. Good snap to it. Nice lockup. Nice and solid, no up and down, no side to side. And you can see where they ground the kick here. And this is where, when a knife is built by hand, see, he did that perfect. There's no point sticking up, and it's not going so deep that you're going to get a pin wrap, which would be this pin right here. Yeah, see, that's not raised up real high either. A lot goes into it. Now the edge is a little wonky. I mean, it's sharp. You see, there's a little wonkiness going on there. Kind of like a roll or something. What can we cut up? Don't have anything over here to cut up? I don't believe it. I was making a little card about each flashlight I was going to put down and everything. Oh, yeah, that's pretty sharp. Out of the box, that's pretty sharp. Even though it looks like it's got a roll, man, you don't feel that. You can see where the paper is dragging. A good strop's going to take care of that. All right, so I'm going to go back to normal size here. Zoomed in. Zoom, zoom, zoom. So we got like a 2.5 inch cutting edge, and under this would be kind of like one of them UK legal. I wouldn't mind carrying this. If this was allowed, and this was my only knife, yeah, you know, it's under 3 inches and everything, but it does everything I want a knife to do. Now, of course, if you're in a place where they're restricting your laws, restricting the length of your blade, then they're probably restricting your ability to carry anything else above a knife. So that's my usually only issue. It's not so much the length of the blade, it's just the politics behind whatever place you're in. If they start thinking that, if a blade's over this size right here, it's lethal, and underneath here, it's not lethal. What? Or this is an offensive weapon, and this is not offensive. What? Half an inch? It can be less than half an inch. It could be, you know, like millimeters. You were 1 millimeter over. Yeah, so that's my only issue. All right, now this on this other side we got. Now this has got a nice little ledge here for your nail nick to grab. Sometimes they try to smooth everything. I'm trying to get this. But there's a nice little ledge here for you to grab that. See, I keep my fingernails fairly well trimmed because of the hand model duties. And I don't always have nails to nick it with, but I've got a little bit right there, and that's a nice ledge. You know, you can see I can get what's left of my nail in there. Nice little pin blade here. 1 7/8, I guess, cutting edge, but almost like a 2-inch. We call that a 2-inch cutting edge there. All right, let's get the weight, because I don't think anybody I ordered this from Chicago Knife Works, and yeah, a lot of times if you look at Chicago Knife Works and then you look at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, shipping can make the difference. If you look at shipping, and for Smoky, Big Red's got one. I haven't used it yet for shipping, but he's got a code that gives you free shipping. So we got 3.36 ounces, and your grams were there before. We'll have to roll through everything to get back to grams, not count, not grains, grams. 95.28 grams. So it's not too heavy. And pretty nice size. Fits in your hand. Yeah. So keep an eye out for these marble ones, because like I said, they're done very well. everything's smooth here. Pinched bolster here. You got I haven't put any oil on or anything, but it's all pretty snappy. See what this guy is. Yeah, this is about a 5. It's about medium, you know. I mean, going up to the half stop, you're going over a ledge, so your tension increases and decreases. You know, if you had a weight scale on this, and when you were reading it through the entire pull, the weight would go up and down. You know, as it reaches resistance, and then, you know, going from here to there. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, this one's not too heavy and not too light. It, you know, if you're worried about it coming back on you, like I said, keep your hand up here and you should be all right. But yeah, it doesn't have the strongest back spring in the world, but it's all give or take. So there you go. That's the Marbles one. I don't know if he's got his number on the box even out here. Oh yeah, there it is. It's the MR684. And I'm probably going to pick up that little swing guard one also, because it's going to be like this, basically. You know, it's going to have I'll show pictures of it. They've got a trapper too, and they've got something else. Now that one's got a real light pull, but if you've got a locking, you know, if it's a lock back, then you usually want it to have a light pull and no half stops and all of other stuff. But yeah, this is nice. That's also a Marbles. This one I got when the Blade Ops was going out of business. Sue Chicken told me about it. Blade Ops was doing this a year or two ago. And they had a lot of old Rough Rider models like this one for cheap. You find these things on eBay and they go for ridiculous prices. So anybody that says, you know, like investing in these things is not good as an investment, it depends on your scale. You know, if you had the smarts and you bought a bunch of these back in the day and held on to them, like, you're going to have to hold on to them until they're not, you know, available in every dealership and everything, you could easily double, triple your price that you bought for them. Of course, you're dealing with a low price to begin with, so it's not going to be like flipping a case or a GEC. But that's not for me. I'm usually like collecting the stuff, so yeah, I think this is a pretty good series. I'm going to add this to my Barlows, and the next one I'm going to do, I just picked up, you know, a couple of Barlows. It's going to be this guy right here. I've only got like, I don't want to make the videos too long. Of course, this one has the RT on it and everything, but I've got 2 other knives that are in that series that I'll show. But yeah, there you go. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. And yeah, don't overlook Marbles. They're made in the same factory as Rough Rider, but I think they're in like a separate division, you know, like big factory. They just keep everything separate, because you'll notice that. And then you'll see a lot of crossover between Colt, the old Colt knives, and what else? There was someone else. Lost it. I had it in my brain and it's gone. But yeah, there were some knives that were made in a Rough Rider factory that later on, you know, like I think the Colt knives were originally made there, and then before it was even Rough Rider, because Rough Rider's been around since what, 1994? Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. There you go, Barlow time. Don't overlook this series if you like. I love checkered bone, man, and it's not always easy to do this, and you know, sure, a lot of this is probably done by machine, but still, that's pretty cool the way they left that in there, that little stripe in there. And yeah, stop running your mouth. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.